Hey Maryland Black Bear Nation, I'm voice of the Black Bears, Alex Utano, sitting here with your head coach, Clint Mylymok. Clint, thank you for joining us on this lovely Monday now afternoon. Good start to the season so far. Last year through 8 games, you were 2-3-3. This year, you've doubled that win total to 4. What's been the difference between last year's team and this year's team?
Difference is probably just, a little more skill, a little more speed. Cooper Black and that's been really good. Takis has some good play as well, but Cooper is 4-0. He's right now. He's got the hot hand, and we're riding it. And I just think a little more team speed, a little more skill, and we have a lot of guys in the room that are highly competitive too. So it's not. The first 2 games weren't the greatest start for us. Weren't very happy with it, but we've been working hard on rectifying those things, and I think since then we've kind of figured out D-zone a bit, but we're still working on it.
And you guys have got some great new additions. Wilmer Skoog winning the North American Hockey League Forward of the month. Jackson Starrett also getting a Player of the Week honor for the September 23rd to 29th. Cooper Black and Logan Kahns getting honorable mentions for position awards of the NHL in their respective categories. How have these new additions really been playing a factor for this team?
Why Jackson Starrett and Wilmer Skoog, and those are 2 names right away. They just every night they're dangerous. And the thing about them is they compete every night. There's no surprise when they get on the ice. They're competitive, and when we always say, we tell our scouts, we want guys with skill, but they need to compete. And compete doesn't mean skate hard. It means battle around pucks. Be hard to play against when there's a puck involved, and those guys are ornery when it comes to losing puck battles. They don't like it very much, so they kind of lead the way. I think guys like Luke Mountain as well, and a couple other guys, like when they practice that way and compete that way, the young guys that we have, which we have a lot of them, are reading off of that. And so our practices are highly competitive, and they bring that to the game. So I'm not surprised that those guys have success almost every night. They should.
And you brought up Luke Mountain, and I also said Logan Kahns, 2 veteran second-year players for this team, veterans of the team. How important have they really been to influencing these younger players and help bond this team?
Well, I think we need them because we've got not many guys returning from last year, and there's a reason. We just felt we needed to revamp our product, and we had a full year to recruit and kind of build the team we wanted. And you see it in the locker room, you see it in the camaraderie, you see it with the interaction of the players, the young guys to old guys, and we got to make sure, our veteran players are a good influence on our younger players. And I think we have a lot of that this year, where the message is, I always say, your leaders are, their voice is an extension of your program. So from our leadership group, from the top to the coaches to our veteran players, they have to relay that message of what we are as a program on and off the ice. And guys like Kahns and Mountain do a great job, and as returning guys, that's important. Borsteed as well, and these are guys that get it, and that's why they're here, and they're having the opportunity to lead this team. And some of the new guys as well are really good leaders. Guys like Jackson Starrett, guys like Skoog, Reichfist on defense. I mean, these guys are young men; they're not young boys, and they come in prepared. They prepare well off the ice. They compete hard on the ice, and that's what we want here.
And now to preview this upcoming weekend, you guys got the Johnstown Tomahawks coming to town last year. They won the division, ended up going to the Final 4 of the Robertson Cup playoffs. Last year you didn't fare too well against them, 10-1, but this year it's a different team. However, they have had a decent start. They're sitting 3rd in the division with 10 points. What do you expect from them for this upcoming weekend? How are you going to handle them?
Well, they're going to try and do the same things. You want their D to be active. They like to get up ice with speed. They want to be offensive. Our job is to, I guess, we've been off for a little while now, so our job is to be nice and simple, nice and easy, and just compete. I think we have the type of skill where if they compete hard and we keep it really simple, the skill will take over when it has to. So we don't want to be in a skill fest. We'll have enough skill to score this year the way it looks, but we just got to keep making sure it's simple, and also own the middle of the ice. They like to get up ice with speed. We just have to make sure our defensemen are on top of their forwards. If we don't have the puck, we got to be on top of them and not cheat the game. And they're a team that can score quick. They played Maine last week, and they were down by I think 4-0 or 4-1, and they came back in the third with 4 goals of their own, I believe. and you can't relax around them because they still have some guys that can score with this program. So they can be dangerous, and our job is to not let them be.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Go ahead and follow the Black Bears at Black Bears NAHL, both on Twitter and Instagram. Like them on Facebook. And if you want to come out this weekend to Piney Orchard Ice Arena, you can get tickets at tickets.marylandblackbears.com. Like I said, those games will be October 11th, Friday night here at 7 o'clock puck drop, and on Saturday, October 12th, 7:45 puck drop.